Now I'm out at Gulfstream RV where I reckon they build some of the best caravans in Australia. But the reason I've come out here is I want to demonstrate weight distribution hitches. Now in Australia we build anywhere from 20 to 30,000 caravans every year. That's a lot of new caravanners on our roads. And I reckon it would be fair to say that a lot of these new vanners don't understand weight distribution hitches, how they work or why they're so important. So this will be a quick demo on weight distribution hitches for all those new caravanners out there. I've got the MUX, I've got a Gulfstream with a ball weight of about 260 kilos. And while I'm unhitched, the first thing I'll do is measure from the ground to the wheel arches, front and back, to see what the starting point is. We'll then hitch it up and take those same measurements again to see how much the rear has sagged and the front has lifted up as a result of that ball weight resting on the vehicle's tow bar. It's important to note that when you're fitting a weight distribution hitch, make sure you're on nice, flat, level ground, wheels are chocked, handbrakes on in the car, and once you've done all that, you're good to go. Okay, so I've measured from the ground to the wheel arches, front and rear. Now the reason we take this measurement is to establish a baseline so that when we hitch up the caravan, we can see how much the rear of the car has sagged as a result of that tow ball weight and how much the front of the car has been lifted up. You have to sort of think of it like a seesaw so that when you're applying all that tow ball weight to the back of the car, it's going to leverage weight off the front end. And that will have a detrimental impact on things like handling and braking, performance, driving around corners, and it will definitely affect your stopping distance. So by fitting a weight distribution hitch, you're able to level things out. But you're also restoring weight to the wheels of the caravan as well, and that's also important. Okay, so we've now hitched up the caravan and I've retaken those measurements, and I'll tell you what, if this doesn't illustrate why a weight distribution hitch is important, then nothing will, because with all that weight now sitting on the tow ball, the rear of the car has sagged by 3.5 centimetres. That's 35 mil, just as a result of lowering the coupling onto the tow bar. So with the caravan hitched up, the new measurement from the ground to the wheel arch at the back is 84.5. And at the front, well, it's leveraged up by 10 mil, it's now 87.5 as opposed to 86.5. So let's fit the weight distribution hitch and see if we can level things out a bit. So I've just fitted the weight distribution hitch, and I always think it's a good idea to start small. In this case, I fitted it to the 9th link, so we've got plenty of room to play with, but so far I've only won back about 5 mil at the back of the car and really nothing at all at the front. So we'll tighten up that hitch a little bit, maybe to the 4th or maybe the 5th link in the chains. We'll remeasure and see how we go. The rear is still a bit lower than the starting point, but the front is within a few mil of where we started, and that is important. If I push things further, I'd probably start to compress the front end. Besides, we've levelled it out considerably compared to without a weight distribution hitch. And if I'm honest, I don't really want to push that weight distribution hitch any further. I'm on the 6th or the 7th link, and I am having to apply a great deal of force to get that bracket back up. But for demonstration purposes, I think that's probably enough. Gives you an idea of what weight distribution hitches are all about. So if you've just bought a new vehicle, new caravan, you've hitched it up and found that the car really does sag quite a bit, you might want to consider getting a weight distribution hitch of your own because they really are good devices.